Hey guys, Amber here with A Meeple Family, and today in this video, it's gonna be a short one, but I wanted to go over with you what I brought to the table and played this week. So the first thing I played with my 5-year-old, which to be honest was a little bit messy, was Hey, That's My Fish. This was a little bit messy because as you're moving your penguins, the tiles that you've placed do tend to shift and move about. I found this to be a little bit stressful because I was constantly trying to keep the tiles together. Because you have to pick up the tile that your penguin was last on, it can get a little bit difficult if you are not careful, and it can move a lot of the tiles, which I guess thematically could be like the ice breaking apart. But we really enjoyed this, and I really love this small box game. Okay, the other thing that I actually played solo this week was Overboss. I am currently working through the solo campaign. I try to do one level a week, and I did finish one more level in Overboss. If you don't know what Overboss is, it is a tile laying game, and it does play up to 5 players, but it also has an amazing solo campaign that is so much fun. The next game I of course brought to my table was Targi. I love Targi. It is technically a 2-player game, but I went on Board Game Geek and found this solo player PDF, and I have printed that out, and the solo player option was actually made by the original designer of the game. So it works really well, and I still think it is so much fun even playing it solo. I highly recommend Targi if you haven't checked it out. All right, another one that I played solo as well. I like it because it's such a short, quick game is Calico. And I find the more I play it, the less of that analysis paralysis happens, because I really can start to hone in on, okay, I'm just gonna try to do some of the things and not all of the things. So if you know anything about Calico, you know it can be a little crunchy, and it can give you that analysis paralysis because there is a lot of options and you want to get all of them. And I just have found that when I try to get all of them, I do not do well. So I did get to bring Calico to the table, which I love to do as often as possible. This is a new game to me, and I have played it so much. I actually heard about this first over at Tia's channel, and I will link her site and her solo playthrough below. Phenomenal game. I am really growing to take Tia's recommendations to heart because I definitely have a similar love for the solo games, and a couple of her recommendations have just hit it out of the park for me, and this was definitely one of them. So thanks to Tia for talking about this and bringing this to the forefront, because I have never heard about this game before. She was the first person I heard talk about it, and it is such an incredible solo experience. I have probably played this close to 3 times a day ever since I got it, because I just love it, and it's getting to the point where I can play through it quite quickly. Capital Lux 2 Generations, incredible game, cannot recommend it enough. And another game that is new to us is Lost Ruins of Arnak, and you can see here, it's on my table, so I just have the lid. I was so excited to get this game, and I have got to play through it probably about 4 times solo, and then twice Josh and I have been able to play it. As much preparation as I had put into the game, there was still like that normal, oh shoot, we're not supposed to do this first, or oh, you gotta move the magnifying glass before the notebook. And so not only like just trying to make sure I'm doing things right, but also making sure Josh was doing things right. So that was a little bit stressful initially with this game, but once you play through it once or twice, I found it to become really easy to know what you could and couldn't do. But there was that little bit of a learning curve, so I could see for people that were maybe newer gamers, it could be really overwhelming to constantly feel like someone's saying, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't move there yet. Oh, you have to pay this. So it can feel a little, you feel a little deflated when you think you have a great move and all of a sudden you realize that that's not how the game works. So I would say that's probably the biggest challenge with getting this on the table, is the learning curve for people that are not gamers or are not used to those types of mechanics. Because even for us, it felt overwhelming initially to keep track of all of the things we needed to do. After, again, like I said, like 2 plays, it was just like not an issue, and we were flying through the game. I will be doing a review on this later and let you know what I thought, but I will probably be playing this a lot more just to really get a good grasp on how I feel about the game overall. All right, I have just a few more small box items to share with you. These are almost like part of my routine, so I wouldn't feel like I was being truthful without sharing them with you. And I typically play during the week at least minimum of 1 game of Floriferous and 1 game of Herbaceous. These are both made by Pencil First Games, and I highly recommend them. I love them so much, and I always have a good time when I can get a game or 2 of these in during the week. And of course, you guys know I am a huge fan of Button Shy games, so I do have a lot of the print and play Button Shy games, but I did want to share with you the ones that I currently own, which are Sprawlopolis and Food Chain Island, and I cannot recommend enough picking these up. These are such fun games, and my kids love to play them too, so we get these to the table often as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video just talking about what I got to the table this week. I love watching these videos. It always inspires me to get more games to my table and make sure that I make playing games with my family and making those memories around the table a priority. So I hope this gave you some inspiration, some ideas, and maybe dusting off that shelf of opportunities that you have and breaking out some of those board games. I would love to know what you guys played down in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe.
There's a winding road, no telling where it goes.